I was very pleased to be awarded the Alberta Government Achievement Award, and I have a picture of myself and Peter Lougheed. I'm receiving the award. That always brings back fond memories. The other thing I always remember are these wonderful friendships that we make. Some of my competitors have become quite good friends, or we still keep in touch, and so all through the years it was quite quite an experience to meet people from all over the world, and just always remember these people and wonderful coaches and wonderful people that were involved in figure skating. I know Brian Pockar is inducted into the Hall of Fame, and as I believe Kurt Browning is. And those were two skaters that I worked with quite a bit. When I was a judge, I was sort of their mentor or advisor, and would travel up to Edmonton to work with Kurt Browning and go over his programs and various aspects of his training. As I did with Brian Pockar. Of course, he was here in town, and I often went out with his coach Winnie Silverthorne and Brian, and we just sort of went over the program, what he was doing, and maybe making a few little minor changes that a judge's viewpoint would make a difference. There was going to be a big competition in Japan, and I was named to the team sort of as judge, and so I went, and Kurt Browning was part of the team, but for some reason his coach wasn't able to come for the first few days. I'm not sure why. And so I was to be kind of his coach. And so I hadn't seen him much because I'd been out of the country for a few years and been doing other things. So anyway, I started working with him a bit, and we were going through the jumps and the various things. And finally, at the end of one of the sessions, I said to Kurt, well, you know, it's the end of the session, and you haven't shown me any of your spins. And, you know, next time we've got to do spins. And the next session came, and somehow the spins got left out. And finally I said, Kurt, what is it? And he said, well, Margie, to tell you the truth, my spins aren't very good, and I don't want anyone to see them. He said, you know, the judges would go and watch the practices, so they had an idea of what was going on. And he was afraid if he practiced his spins, they would see how weak they were and would remember that. And I thought, isn't that funny? Because toward the end of his career, he was always a good jumper, wonderful jumper, but his spins became very strong. Winning the 3 Canadian championships, I think they have to be the biggest highlight. But the one I really remember the most was in 1958 when I won the championship, and then I was asked to do an exhibition in Davos, Switzerland, on my way to the World Figure Skating Championships in Paris. And that was exciting because my mother and father came with me. It was our first trip to Europe, and we had to take the train and from Zurich, I think it was, into this mountainous town. We were met by a sleigh and horses, and you know, driven around the town in the snow, and it was really quite wonderful. And I did this exhibition in my cowboy outfit, and it was quite a hit with the European people. Certainly is one of the highlights of my career. It was just a wonderful moment for me, and something I'll never forget.